And first of all, let's because I have one up. Let's go through the signs of a healthy garden altar. I don't know if you can see. There they go. But I got dragonflies all over the yard now, and I usually don't. When I first got here, they weren't out here like this. And these are the big uh, yellow and blue ones. You know, the little turquoise. But they've been buzzing in the yard, and also the birds have been in the yard. In the morning, they're in the yard grazing through the grass. So those are signs of a healthy fairy garden, and that's pretty much my garden. You can call it an altar, you can call it a fairy garden, whatever, but it's all about energy. So, and the signs will also be opportunities opening up in your life. You know, new experiences, dreams, all of that stuff. So, for how I do mine, and it should be different for everybody. It's more of an intuition or a feeling. It's a conversation that happens. Um, all of these I found along the road. They didn't have a home, so I brought them back here. You know what I'm saying? And with fairy gardens, they often send me on scavenger hunts. That means when I'm on my bike, when I'm out and about, I'll find all these different kinds of stones and trinkets that feel right. You know what I'm saying? So every last one of these shells, every last one of these rocks are hand selected, and they're not from the same place. Even the wood, you know what I'm saying, are not from the same place. The statues I had already had. These are Buddha babies, and they just felt like they needed to be in the yard now. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I put them as the first centerpiece, and this already had plants. Um, these have to kind of come out because the person who planted them before over pruned them. They over, you know what I'm saying, snipped them too far, so they died. So they'll have to be removed. But I turned the soil, and the soil is probably the only thing I bought. The thing about these gardens is you don't really have to buy anything. As you can see here in the back, I'm just using pieces of sticks to start to fill in behind the Buddhas themselves to make a, you know, like a fenced in area. So this is a step-by-step process. And then this I found when I was just riding through, and somebody had it on the side of the curb for the garbage. So a lot of this stuff is going to be stuff that you find, you know what I mean? And taking my time. I'm not quite ready to go on this side yet, and I don't know what I'm going to plant. But I started to lay the groundwork for it already. You know what I'm saying? A couple shells here and there. And what I'll do with the tea bags that I have is I'll put them in between the cracks to keep the weeds and stuff from growing in between. So there's a lot of different things that go into it. So I'm not going to make 12 cup of teas, you know what I'm saying? I'm only going to make one at a time, maybe three a day. But I'll take instead of throwing away the tea bags, I'll put them in between the cracks to keep the weeds from growing up. And then I'll put the rocks underneath of it. And this way I don't have to do as much maintenance, you know what I'm saying? So this is part of how you do it yourself, alter fairy garden. It's very intuitive. You can also go down to you know, your local Lowe's or whatever, your garden center, pick out a different kind of soil if you want to top it off with soil. It's all about preference, but it's really more intuitive um, and step by step. You want to enjoy the process of building it. Hey, Michelle, what's going on to everybody in the building? Because I had a question today about how to do a fairy garden or a do-it-yourself altar garden. And you know, like I said, these all I found on the side of the road somewhere or in the park, and they just felt like because of how square they are, they would be perfect for like their own little altar spaces. You feel what I'm saying? Um, this was already here, so I helped this grow, and then I brought my papaya plants over to kind of help make it a community. You know what I'm saying? Put it all in one place. So every day I come out here, I play music for the plants. You know what I'm saying? Today was Sade and and some Schubert, and then I'll come out here, especially after the rain, because these parts haven't been filled with the cracks. So I just did these. These are fresh tea bags to suppress these guys right here. But I'll just pull them out, and I'll turn the soil until I'm ready to either put new plants here or I start to find more rocks. and that'll happen on my journey. So every time I'm out on the bike, I have a bag with me, and sometimes things like this happen. That's a surprise. I thought that was just so beautiful. It's not something I planned. So I'm not going to take that out, because to me that is like a sign of the garden talking to me. I saw today on today's live was this Buddha baby is I speak no evil. You know what I'm saying? So that's either the way you talk to yourself or others, or just putting things out there that you're not ready for. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's pretty much it. Yeah, you're welcome, because it was a really good question. Nobody's ever asked that. And this is actually three of them. Like, I went up the street and this guy got them, but when it storms, they blow away off of his yard. Instead of letting them die, you just put them in the ground. And this is about 2 weeks old, so you can see how fast they grow. And I was thinking of putting some marigold. And that's another, like I said, you want to figure out if your garden is healthy, you'll get the animals. This bird is always over here now, picking in the grass. The dragonflies have been out here really tough. Like 4 or 5 of them just buzz here in the front of the yard, and just the energy of the house. Because this is part of feng shui for me. The house. People don't realize that the house is alive, so you have to kind of form that relationship with the house and the earth of where you live. You feel what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of intuitive little nudges and hints that you'll get, but you just have to put your mind in that state. It's not something that you want to do right away. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you can go out, like I said, and plan a whole bunch of stuff. It's really up to you. But I like to go on the fairies always send me on scavenger hunts. You know what I'm saying? So I find all these little knickknacks. They like shiny objects. They like coins, and all those kind of little funky things you find like on the side of the road, or just randomly find, and you put them in the garden. And you kind of make your own little world. You know what I'm saying? Based on how you feel, or based on what you want the house to feel like. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got for it. Um, there we go. I'll be my own moderator today. You know what I'm saying? But if you have any more questions, you can ask them right now, and do my best to answer them for you. And I appreciate the question. I love kind of revisiting things, because I always get something different. Mm-hmm. 7 days don't say bad words. Okay, that's what's up. That's a message. It's a real good one too. You don't want to curse your own blessings and things of that nature. You don't want to curse yourself. Oh, see, there's my buddy right there. He just landed. That's one of my new buddies right there. And there's the dragonflies again. So nature will kind of verify or show up for you. You know what I'm saying? Because of the energy. And even those have messages if you're into that thing, like the animal totems or the insect totems. It all really depends on your belief system. But they're not hard at all. All this stuff was laying around. You know what I mean? All I had to do was relay the bricks. All I had to do was relay these bricks. I dug them up. I turned over the soil a couple of times, and I put some new soil on top of it and let it do what it does. You know what I'm saying? So that's really all it is. And yeah, the Dollar Tree. Yeah, you can find little stuff like that. Whatever speaks to you. Whatever speaks to you. Just think of it as like those miniature, the train sets. When you put the buildings and the houses and stuff like that, you create your own theme, your own motif. You know what I mean? Like, this is maybe my fourth one. I've always done one wherever I lived. First one was up north, so it was totally different because the materials, the earth is different. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the things that you find are going to be meant for that time. You feel me? So that's pretty much the basics. You know what I mean? And it's so cost efficient. It's not about going out and buying a whole bunch of stuff. It's really more about the journey of creating something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Creating something out of nothing. Like all those shells right there on the side, and I'm still not done with the shells. All those are going by the water and just picking out the ones that speak to me. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote, speak to me. That say I want to go home. And when I'm in nature, I never take anything off the trees. Like I never break the branches. I always give what's offered. I always give what's offered. Like a rock, if it's in the ground too far, I don't take it because it's not being offered. You know what I'm saying? So it's a relationship between you and spirit that just happens to manifest as a growing garden. You know what I mean? But that's really all I got. Unless you have any more questions. Mm-hmm. And also the deck you were talking about, that's something I created on my own Fancies deck, and I still have a few left if you want to order one. The information's in the description box if you want to order one of those. All right. But that's all I have today, good people. If there's no more questions on it. Nope, absolutely not. There's more important things going on. Trust and believe that. Well, all right, good people. Y'all have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll talk to y'all later.